Right now, I'm studying like going through the course which is like Microsoft inside the Microsoft and it is business analyst and there I'm going for different inside the course there are multiple chapters and so over there in this chapter will much more learning about Power BI. So let's get started. So first in this lecture, there are 13 units. So there, the first unit is like introduction, and its introduction. Let's give a read first. So it's like most of us, so you work for a company where you are required to build Microsoft Power BI reports. The data resides in several different database or file. These data repositories are different from each other. Some are in Microsoft SQL Server, some are in Microsoft Excel, but all the data is related. Okay, so like in this module scenario, you work for 12 win traders and you have tasks by senior leadership to create a suite for report that are dependent on the data in several different locations. Okay, so like the database that tracked sale transactions is in SQL and server a relational database that contain what items can customer brought and when. It also track which employee made the sale along with the employee name and employee ID. However, the database doesn't contain the employees hire date, their titles, or like who their manager is. For this information, you need to access the file of the HR and keep it in Excel. So it's like you have consistently requesting that they use an SQL database, but they haven't had had to chance to implement it. When an item shipped, the shipment is recorded in the warehouse application, which is new to the company. The developer choose to store data in Cosmos DB as a set of JSON document. Twilwin Traders has an application that help with financial transaction, so they can predict what their sales will be in future month of years based on like past trends. Those projections are stored in Microsoft Azure Analysis Service. There's a few way to many data source you are asked to combine data from. So there are like SQL Server data, Microsoft Server, HR data, my warehouse and finance Azure, and we are fetching it via Power Query to Microsoft Power BI and sales goal SharePoint and via Power Query we are fetching all those things to Microsoft Power BI. One more thing it is written like before you can create reports, you must first extract from the various data source. So like yeah, obviously, so that we can get it like interacting with SQL Server is different from Excel. So you should learn the nuances of both system. After gaining understanding of the system, you can use Power Query to help you clean the data, such as renaming column, replacing values, removing error, and ready to build reports in Power BI. Finally, you'll publish your combined systematic model and reports to Power BI service. From there other peoples can use your semantic models and build their own reports, or they can use the report you have already built already. Okay, so additionally, it is if someone else built a semantic model you'd like to use, you can build reports from that too. This model will focus on the first step of getting the data from the different data source and importing it into Power BI by using Power Query. By the end of this module, you will be able to identify and connect to a data source, get data from relational database such as Microsoft SQL Server, get data from a file such as Microsoft Excel, get data from application from Azure Analysis Service, select a storage mode, fix perform issues, and resolve data import errors. Okay, so unit 2 is like get data from file. Okay, let's see. So how we can get data. So it's a 10-minute video. Let's come. It shows that in 10 minutes we'll complete this module, but let's see. So get data, it's very easy. Organization often export data and also possible from a flat file. A flat file is a type of a file that has only one data table and every row of data is in the same structure. The file doesn't contain hierarchies. Like you are familiar with the most common type of flat files, which is comma separated value like .csv file, delimited text or text file on fixed width file. Another type of file would be output file from different application like Microsoft Excel, dot xls. So these are the file we'll go through, and you can see the images over there. And Power BI allow you to get data and many other type of files. You can like find a list of the variable options when you can see to get data features in Power BI desktop. The following secretions explain how you can import data from the Excel file that is stored in a local computer. Scenario. Okay. So this is a scenario. The HR team at Twilwin Traders has prepared a flat file contains some of your organization's employee data, such as employee name, hire date, position, and manager. They have requested you to build Power BI report by using this data and data that is located in several other data source. Case of file flat location, the first step is to determine which file location you want to use to export and store your data. Your Excel file might exist in one of the following location: local, OneDrive business, or OneDrive like personal, or like SharePoint. So these are the location where your file can be stored. So for over there we can fetch. Okay, so local, what is like you can import your data from local file of Power BI. The file does not move into Power BI and link does not remain to it. Instead, a new semantic model is created in Power BI, and data from the Excel file is loaded into it. Accordingly, changes to the original file extent aren't reflect to your Power BI semantic model. You can use local data import for data that doesn't change. OneDrive business, you can pull data. So these are the way. Okay, so there's no need to read all those things. These are the way over there. We can like any location where our file is there, we can fetch it from there. So no need to read each and every line. Okay, so yeah. You can see that Power BI desktop and here data, and this is the SharePoint and all. Over there we can fetch data. We can read one more line over there. Using a cloud option such as a OneDrive or a SharePoint share the most effective way to keep your file and your semantic model report and dashboard in Power BI in synchronize. However, if your data does not change regularly, saving files or local computer, it is suitable option. Okay, so file must not be changed, otherwise there will be a issue. Okay, so connect to data in a file. Okay, so how will connect? So in Power BI on a home tab, you can see when you will open your Power BI screen, you can see. Okay, and yeah, I can also show you. Oh, sorry, don't see my WhatsApp screen. Leave it. Oh God, whenever I try to remove it, it is not showing. Leave it. Leave it as it is. Okay, so let's go to my Power BI. Now here I will show you what it is showing. So I can go to blank. Okay, so there is a problem. I have selected my screen not above this, like this is the screen which you can see, but above there you can see that this area that font printer. So above this area there is a home button above this area. Okay, so I have selected the small screen. I didn't take the whole screen, so that's why you are not able to see. But if you are using your own Power BI desktop, you can look over there. There is a home button there. And this is it. You can see that it is data workbook, but over this data, you can see at the top it is written get data. Okay, so let me show you in my this document only. Okay, so see in home button you will say get data here Excel.
So read what it is showing, what it is written. The Power BI, on the home tab, select get data. In the list that display, select the option that you require, such as in text, CSV or XML. This type, these for this example, you will select Excel. Okay, tip क्या है? Okay, sorry, I'm talking in English. Sorry, in Hindi. Tip: the home tab contains a quick access data sources options such as Excel next to the get data button. Depending on your selection, you need to find and open new data source. So you will click over there, get data. After you will go to Excel. Then after you might promote it to the sign into a service such as OneDrive to authenticate your request. In this example, you will open the employee data Excel workbook that is stored in desktop. Remember, no file are provided, or practice those. These are hypothetical steps. Okay, so we'll click it. We'll simple step. Just go to your get data, then after go to Excel, whatever your data is. Then after there is a file. For example, there is a more list of the data, but you want the employee data. Okay, you have a one file name employee data. Just click it and just open it. Okay, so here we will get this data. So we'll open it. So like, see how it will show. It will show like this navigator, and yeah, there is one more option like load, transform, cancel. So transform data is like, I think it is right now it is not giving you the detail of transform data. Transform, I'm just giving a brief. This transform data, if you click transform data, it is nothing but you can change over data. Like if you want to change the sum format or experience, here you want to change it like in full, it is like here you want to convert it into YR only, or you want to remove this marketing advice coordinator, you want to remove this stash something. So like how we can transform data and make it clean according to our need. But right now it is showing that for just believe that your data is clean and no additional addition, what I'm saying, no additional edit is required. So it's okay, and you can go to load. Just you will load it and your data will be loaded. And you can select the load button to automatically load your data into the Power BI model. To select and the transform data model, to launch the Power Query editor, we can use where you can review and clean your data before loading into the Power BI. See, here it is written that, or select the transform data, where you can review, clean, all those things you can do. Okay, we often recommend that you transform data, but that process will be discussed later in this module. For example, you can select load, so it will discuss later. Okay, don't need to go through that. Then when it will show, we'll go through it. Okay, so it is like change the, now what to do, change the source file. If you want to change the, so you might have a change the location of the source file to the data source using development or a file storage location change. Keep your report up to date, and you will need to update your file connection path in Power BI. Power Query provide many ways like for you to accomplish in this task. So you can make this type of change when you need it, like data source settings, or like query setting advisor, advanced editor, all those things. So what, so there is one warning: if you changing a file path, make sure you reconnect the same file with the same file structure. Any structural change or a file, such as deleting or renaming column in the source file, will break the reporting model. Okay, so yeah, for example, you are fetching the file. Now after that, you are your system only, you are changing the file name and all. And again, if you want that file only, so it will break the things, like you won't able to get the same file, or it will show some error. So make sure that after changing all those earlier only, uh, before loading any data or before loading any Excel, if you want to rename and all, just do it first, then after go through the loading process and all. For example, try changing the data source file path. Okay, if your like path is also changing, so it will affect, no, like you have already changed your you have fetched the data from like desktop, and now you are moving the data file to download, so it might affect. So yeah, it is showing that, for example, like trying change the data source path in the data source settings, and select data source setting in Power Query. If in the data source setting window, select your field and then select change source. Okay, so if you are changing also, you have to follow this process. You will click over there. In this file option, you can see the data source setting. Okay, so over there you can have to select change source, update the file path, or use the browser option to locate your file and select OK. So this is the process. It is so clearly written and so clearly image is given for better understanding. That go to file, then data source setting, and over there you can see the data source current file. You have to give the location, current file path. Okay, simple, and you have to do it. Okay, and then after you have to do change source. Okay, so it would be changed. Okay, so I have completed it in not more than 11 minutes, so it's okay. Okay, so there is a 13 chapters, so I think it's better if we make a separate video for the another unit. Okay, guys, thank you for your patience, and we'll see you on the next video. Till then, take care and keep learning. And don't worry, I will be sharing this in after just a minute only, so our consistency will be on continue way. Okay, so just click to the next video and you will get it. Take care.